Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. This is going to be a dark moon, fourth quarter waning moon reading for you guys. So we've just had the full moon. This is from the period of February 15th until February 23rd, so just before we have our new moon. The dark moon phase is a time for you to really sort of retreat within, do that self-analysis, do some shadow work, and just generally prepare for the potent energy of the new moon. So what sort of new intentions are you going to be setting, and just sort of doing that real sort of soul searching, especially if you weren't able to manifest something that you wanted to in this past full moon or in life in general. Like, what is it that you really want? What is it that you really need? And what are the ways that you can go about that? Okay, Scorpio? So I'm just going to ask that while I'm doing this reading, you go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment, share, ring that notification bell. But most of all, I want to thank you guys for listening and for joining me on this journey. Your love and support that you show this channel just means so much to me, and it's just really humbling. So Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, let's go ahead and ask spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, and our spirit guides, what messages do you have for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs? All right, guys, this is as much a reading as it is for me as it is for you. I've got my moon in Scorpio. Okay, so moon is dealing with all of our emotions. So let's go ahead, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. What messages do we have for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs? Nine of Swords in reverse. I like it. Wow, so you guys might want to check out the Cancer reading. We had the Cancer, some of the same cards there. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so your overall energy here is the Three of Swords. So this is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. This is you dealing with some sort of betrayal, some sort of heartbreak, some sort of sadness, some sort of disappointment. Now, you guys know we have Valentine's Day coming up. Some of us are single, and it can sort of trigger us, right? When, you know, we don't have love, or we're not married, or we don't think we are where we're supposed to be in our relationships. And we can sort of rehash old sad disappointments, traumas, etc. But Spirit's saying don't do that to yourself. This is not the time to tank yourselves. You're just anchoring yourself in negative energy by replaying the sadness, this disappointment, these breakups. So Spirit really doesn't want you to do that. Your overall energy, Scorpio, or our overall energy, is the King of Swords. The King of Swords is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. This is somebody who, you know, can be a little bit self-centered. This is somebody who's not exactly being truthful to themselves or to the people around them. So Scorpio, I'm not accusing you of being liars or being deceitful, but it might be this inner deceit. A lot of times when we go through a sad period, we have a tendency to rewrite history. And I just keep getting the message, Scorpio, exes are exes for a reason. So remember that. Stand in your truth. Okay, and there's a reason why you're not with this person, and there's also a reason why you might not be with anybody right now. There might be a certain amount of healing that needs to take place, and remember that the universe is aligning things, and oftentimes we can't see what's going on, and we just feel like, oh, I'm in this low period, I'm in this dry period, or, you know, I'm never meant to be with anybody. But truthfully, there's a lot of things that are going on in the background to bring us, you know, to bring us love and to bring us abundance. Okay, the things that might be going on in the shadows, or things that might be holding you back, we have the Three of Pentacles. Again, I've got these threes. I feel like, you know, you have a problem trusting people because of third-party situations. Some of you might be involved in a third-party situation. This King of Swords energy, you might be getting really bitter and angry about it. You might be bitter and angry towards an ex-partner or a current partner who's betrayed you in some way. It doesn't necessarily have to be in love. That's just sort of the intuitive hit that I'm getting. Some of you, it could be at work, or it could be at school, it could be with friends, or it could be within family. So take it how it resonates. But there's a real need here for you to, you know, to collaborate, to rely on your friends and your family at this time. See who's loyal in your life, you know, maybe if you need to talk about certain things to really be able to do that. The Three of Pentacles is also, he's the farmer, he's the architect. He's the one who plants these seeds. He's the one who goes out every day and waters them, and he tends to them. And that's what you have to do. You have to nurture this relationship or yourself in order for it to grow. Okay, and that's currently, it seems like that's not happening. What you have to accept or what you can't change, this is Cancer energy. So again, some of my Scorpios, you guys might want to check out that Cancer reading I just did. The Chariot is victory. This is all about moving on. So somebody might have moved on and you might be feeling a little bit left out, heartbroken, or sad. Okay, but again, this could also be the fact that, Spirit's saying you are the Chariot here. You are the master of your success. You can't just wait for these things to happen to you. You have to take the steps. And the Chariot card does take the steps. And then once he sort of aligns himself, everything starts falling into place. Okay, so that's something that you can't change. Spirit does want you to get out of this sadness, this disappointment. Quit replaying. Okay, quit replaying the bad things that have happened to you. Or maybe, this is a horrible image, but maybe you caught your partner with somebody else. Stop replaying that in your mind. I know sometimes you think, oh, I can't. Or maybe you saw something that just really affected you. I'm really getting that here in this reading. And, it may not even be about love. It could be that you saw a horrible accident, or, or maybe even you watched your parents' relationship sort of disintegrate. And it's something that Spirit's saying you need to get out of that energy. Okay. And you have the ability to do that. And you can be very, very successful in doing that. Okay, but it's important that you pay attention to that. All right, because these threes as well, they could speak to a third party situation. It doesn't necessarily have to be another person. It could be a relationship that was affected by something else, which could be, family, it could be work, but it could also go back to the original trine, the mother, father, and child, and that original relationship that you feel like has set you up for failure in your relationships now. But Spirit's saying that's not true. We can't blame others, okay? Remember, we're the architects of our own lives. Yes, we're affected by our childhood and by our parents and by situations, but we ultimately have the control to move past that energy. What you need to let go of here, we have the Hierophant. This could be a Taurus person in your life. It could be a marriage. It is in the reverse, so it could be a marriage that is, or an obligation or a contract. Could be between a friend as well, something that you felt like you guys were verbally or contractually obligated to one another, and it didn't work out. Somebody broke this contract, so you need to leave that behind. Stop ruminating, stop thinking it, stop seeing it over and over again. It's just anchoring you in a negative space and not allowing you to move forward. The Two of Swords is your outcome energy, or what do you hope to gain from this week? The Two of Swords is all about clarity. It's all about making a decision. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. So you're going to become really clear on things. I think you're going to choose to move in a new direction, especially if this is sort of mentally, deciding, what, I'm not, I've been torturing myself, and there's no need for that. It's only keeping me from what I really want. It's only keeping me from moving forward. Okay. Because I see that, you guys have been hurt. You've been hurt. You feel betrayed. I see that this is an emotional issue as well for you. But Spirit's saying you and only you have the capability to move past this. And then once you do, it's all going to sort of happen really quickly. And it's going to be in a blink of an eye. And you're like, what? Okay. Remember, we do have Mercury retrograde coming up. Okay, so it will be, it's a time of second chances and healing things that we thought had been healed. Advice for you guys, Scorpio, discover your courage. This is Dragon, yeah. So, you guys are way stronger than you think. Love that message for you guys. Make sure that you're strong. Remember, you're only a victim if you allow yourself to be a victim. All right, I'm going to be pulling these archetype cards. They have shadow and light attributes. Just see how they play out in your situation. Do they resonate with you, or is it more representative of the person or the situation that you're dealing with? Some of these cards can sort of trigger me at times, so I'm kind of careful with when I use them. All right, so just take a look and see if this resonates with you, Scorpio. All right, so we've got the Servant card and we've got the Destroyer. All right, the Destroyer card, the light attribute, releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for a new life. Yeah, releasing what's destructive. Whatever this sadness, heartbreak, disappointment is, it's no longer serving you. You need to let go of it. These shadow attributes: intoxication with destructive power, destroying others' dreams or potentials. So again, don't focus too much on what was destroyed. Okay. Again, some of us might blame our parents. It might go that far back. It could even go back to past lives, you guys. It could go back to a recent relationship or a relationship, our childhood sweetheart or what have you, but don't give them this power anymore. It's time to move on from this heartbreak and this sadness. And then you also get servant, light attribute: delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. Shadow attribute: using the lack of money as an excuse not to move forward with with life. Yeah. So the servant, make sure that, remember that delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. I'm feeling like this sadness, this sorrow, whatever it is that you're holding on to, this third party situation, this disappointment, this heartbreak, okay, whatever betrayal, whatever contractual obligation that you felt like you had to walk away from or that you felt was taken from you, just remember that, if you approach every situation with a free and loving heart, the King of Swords, he's closed off his heart. He's angry, he's bitter. He's focusing on himself. He's sort of like being a martyr in this situation. And Spirit wants you to come out of that situation. Approach new love, new situations, with the feeling of being a servant, okay, but not in a negative way, not a slave, but a servant. Delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. Don't feel like everybody's trying to take advantage of you. That's the message I'm getting from this card. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull some additional oracle cards for you guys. All right, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Because I feel like Scorps, we're being really suspicious of everyone and everything because we've been hurt. And recently, or it's something from our past. And, and Spirit's saying, don't. It's time to come out of that, non-trusting space. Wasp spirit: sometimes life stings. Yep, 64 breaks down to a 10. Scorps, you guys, we've been through something really tough, something that hurt us bad. All right, and hummingbird spirit: but be here now. Move out of the past. Yeah, it's so hard for water signs. I have a lot of water in my chart, and it's really hard. We're very emotional, and they always say, the biggest hearts, they wound the deepest. And, but it's important that you take yourself out of the past. This King of Swords in reverse energy, he's reacting to past hurts, disappointments. He's reacting to this betrayal. It's time to come out of that. Yeah, it's way easier said than done. Okay, but release what's potentially destructive. Prepare for a new life. Okay, find the courage to move past that. All right, and then you get time out. You get another 10. So we've got at least 2 10s on the ground here. We have 2 10s. All right, so 10 might be a number. You might be looking at the clock a lot at 10:10, but remember, 10s are a sign of completion. Okay, it's time to take a time out. It's time to take a look at the situation for what it is. It's time to also find the healing that's necessary to move past this. Your life can be so much better. I feel like my Scorpios, I feel you guys are replaying some sort of sadness, some sort of heartbreak over and over and over again, and it's hard to get out of that energy, and it's a real downward spiral. So Spirit's like, hey, time out, stop. We need to change things, okay? This needs to, and it might even just be maybe you were trying to manifest a relationship or, manifest communication or connection with somebody during this Leo full moon and it didn't work, and maybe it's even related to Valentine's Day. But you know what, Scorps, there's so much work to do. Find the courage to move past this heartbreak. Okay, don't, you need to release this destructive energy. Prepare for a new life because there are good things that are coming to you. This clarity also means a new direction. Okay, and it's also peace of mind. So Scorpio, I'm going to leave it there for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment, share, ring that notification bell. But most of all, thank you guys for listening, and I love you.